Grazie. Buonasera Torino, and welcome to the Techstars Transformative World Torino Demo Day 2025. Great to see such an amazing crowd. We are back again for the 6th Demo Day here in Torino. And tonight you're going to meet 12 amazing companies from this year's program. This year we brought fantastic founders all the way from Montenegro, Slovakia, Hungary, Portugal, the UK, and here from Italy. Let's put our hands together for an amazing 2025 class. Before the founders come on stage, you'll hear from our partners who supported this program since day one, and from my amazing colleagues, Sheila and Virginia, how we've built this program and how this ecosystem has evolved. After the pitches, please do not rush. Join us for food, drinks, and networking, and meet the companies in the networking area. We'll have enough food for everyone. Please stay with us. Let's get started. Let me tell you a brief story about this building. When we walked into OGR in 2019, it was completely empty. No teams, no traction. Just one bold idea. Turn Torino into a European powerhouse for innovation. 6 years later, more than 65 companies from 20 countries have passed through our program alone. What started as a bet turned into reality. Today, OGR is home to more than 15 innovation programs, from early-stage accelerators to venture building activities and scale-up programs. And we are proud to be one of them. Torino has evolved, as OGR has. It has evolved from a venue to a vibrant ecosystem. From Torino, but connected to the world. And we are just getting started. The past 12 months have been all about scaling impact. Not just growing our portfolio companies, but deepening our ecosystem. Our founders from the 6 programs have made big moves. And I want to show you a few examples. Hive Power, also in the audience here tonight, raised 3.5 million in funding. Vuvu from Hungary raised 500,000 euro in funding. Be Serious recently closed a 3 million round with international investors. Tutonau, also here in the audience, raised a 1 million euro round. Another company, yeah, big applause for them, please. Yes. I'm not done yet. Another company has raised 6 million USD in funding, and just yesterday, we closed another round for an Italian company of 3 million euro. And another multi-million round is in the making. But there is more. One of our companies from the very first program here, who joined us in 2020, was acquired by KiwiBot. While on the other side, also a company from the same program, Cycle, formerly Get Henry, has made its first acquisition to enter new markets. Our founders are on fire. Big applause for them, please. Oops. But there is more. Our companies do not just raise capital. Our founders build momentum. Over the past years, we've built an amazing portfolio. Last year, I made the announcement that our portfolio has raised more than 100 million in funding. And today, I'm very proud to announce this portfolio has raised more than 135 million in follow-on funding since the program began. And here is what I love most. With this momentum, our companies build real businesses. They scale fast, they win awards, and they take the stage at global events. Let's have a look. For example, PEC, the Italian people development platform here from Italy, grew its revenues from 0 to 2 million annual recurring revenue in just 24 months. Thank you. Intuitivo beat 2,699 startups at the Web Summit to win the pitch competition at the world's largest technology event. And Be Serious took home the first prize, awarded with $1 million at COP29, the world's leading sustainability conference in Baku. And Impact.ai shared the stage with Microsoft, showcasing their vision and technology at one of the largest conferences in the industry. One more time, big applause for our portfolio, please. And there are many more success stories I could share tonight. But these stories have one thing in common. One thing we have always believed in. Success starts with team, team, team. And tonight you're going to meet 12 incredible teams who are just at the beginning of the journey, but already showing signs they will be the next ones to watch. Let's move. Okay, so we are extremely proud of what we have achieved here over the past years. We didn't build just a program alone. We built a real community. A community powered by unstoppable founders. Founders who came to us with bold ideas and turned them into thriving businesses. A community that has grown year after year. From an empty building to a vibrant ecosystem, from raw ideas to a portfolio that creates real impact, from Torino to the world. And looking back, what we achieved here in only 6 years, I'm very excited what we can achieve here in the next 10 to 20 years together with our amazing community. I would like to call our partners to come on stage, the partners who not only made this program possible, but the partners who are instrumentally important for the evolution of the ecosystem in Torino. I would also like to call Sheila and Virginia, my colleagues, to come on stage, who are going to lead a conversation with the people behind the magic here. Please welcome Adam from Intesa Sanpaolo Innovation Center, Massimo, Fondazione CRT, and Michele from Fondazione Compagnia di San Paolo, and my colleagues, Sheila and Virginia.
Right. So welcome, everyone. A question that we often get asked is why, of all cities, Techstars decided to come to Torino. We know this answer now, given the development of Torino, but it wasn't the same situation back then. Since all three of you were involved, and the institutions that you represented, they were involved in this development, I would like to go back in time and reflect on the journey that you walked on. And maybe we can start with Michele. You recently got promoted to Head of Innovation in Compagnia di San Paolo. Please, a round of applause to Michele.
Thank you.
And you have witnessed these changes in the ecosystem and in your institution. Can you please tell us a little bit more about what you have noticed?
Sure. At Fondazione Compagnia di San Paolo, we are on a mission to place Torino on the global map of innovation ecosystems. With this in mind, we crafted the journey from lab to market, our overarching ecosystem development framework, which is operationalized through 50 and counting initiatives that we run together with a constellation of more than 100 like-minded partners. By doing this, simply put, we're in a position to support more than 200 startups per year. In this context, the Techstars program represents a one-of-a-kind magnet to attract some of the brightest entrepreneurial minds worldwide and make them an integral part of the ecosystem we are nurturing here in Torino. To us, this means not only accelerating 12 startups per batch, which is amazing, but also using the program as a catalyst to ignite a profound transformation ecosystem-wise. And results speak for themselves. At the latest Web Summit, Torino was awarded the European Capital City of Innovation by the European Commission. In addition, according to Startup Genome, Torino has moved up an impressive 41 spots in the global ecosystem ranking over the past 4 years, with another big leap expected this year. So to conclude, all these recent international achievements represent a tangible proof of the ultimate competitive advantage of our ecosystem, the ability of its stakeholders to work together elbow to elbow. As the African proverb says, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. And I believe Torino has what it takes to go very far.
Yeah. And Massimo, I'm sure that you and Fondazione Cerretti also had to adapt to these changes. You changed also as part of your strategy, and you were also involved in creating such a space where we are in today. Can you maybe give us a bit more insight on that?
Thank you, Virginia. Yes, Fondazione CRT approach changed on the basis of the objective set. So back in 2007, the objective was to try to support the local startups. So the strategy was to invest in the first few VC funds that were popping up in the market, subscribing commitments and asking them to a best effort to invest that commitment on the local startups. In the following years, about 7-8 years, the bar was raised. Fondazione CRT and the impact investing arm, Fondazione Sviluppo e Crescita, set the goal to elevate Torino innovation ecosystem into an international ecosystem. And so the strategy became to create an innovation hub, which is now OGR Tech, launched back in 2019, and with the goal to make this hub one of the most well-known, not only in Italy, but also in Europe. So what I did was to reshape this building, refurbishing it with more than 120 million in grants. They set up an organization to run it with more than 50 people. They involved national and institutional players, from startups to corporates, from accelerators to research supply center and institutions, and they filled it with content, programs and events on technology and innovation. The results so far, in my humble opinion, are stunning. 15 programs of innovation every year. There will become 17 by the end of 2025. More than 130 startups and scale-ups accelerated here every year. More than 80 corporate partners, from Microsoft to Telecom Italia Mobile, Exor and Leonardo. More than 100 events held here every year, from the big events like Italian Techstars to the small community events run every week. And most of all, the startups that had been accelerated so far, post-program, have raised more than 300 million euros post-program in equity. So the latest biggest achievements are the big effort of Fondazione CRT to bring over the headquarters of the Italian Institute for Artificial Intelligence for Industry, and the selection of OGR Tech by the European Institution of Innovation and Technology as their startup ecosystem agent for Italy in urban mobility. So let me brag a bit. In 6 years, OGR Tech have gained a spot in the European map of the most dynamic and attractive innovation hubs. Thank you.
Yes. Yeah, thank you, Massimo. We're very proud to call it our home as well. And lastly, I would like to turn to Adam. from Intesa Sanpaolo Innovation Center. What is the unique vision you witnessed from your side these past few years, and what are the approaches that you took to develop this ecosystem?
Thank you very much, Virginia. First of all, a warm welcome on behalf of all the corporate partners to this amazing event, and wish you a great evening. We are always very eager to this event in order to also know better the best-in-class startups of the class of 2025. As regarding to the question, actually, the Intesa Sanpaolo Innovation Center has taken up the role very early and approached the model of the ecosystem building in order to create competitiveness to the specific sectors, nationally but also internationally, to our customers, and also to create value to communities, also in line with the interest of the group of Intesa Sanpaolo, also in line with the interest of its customers, SMEs, and also corporate, and order to also enhancing the public-private collaborations and also coordinating the network of relationship, as we are understood it is very helpful in order to create a coherent and very innovative ecosystem. Regarding Turin, Intesa Sanpaolo Innovation Center committed immediately to the development of the Turin ecosystem together with Fondazione Compagnia di San Paolo and also Fondazione di CRT to create a vivid and attractive ecosystem that is recognized also on a national and international level. Then back to the 2020, when we all started with the pioneering challenge, as we were among the very first of the program, how this program actually grew in terms of results, as Martin has just presented, turned into the solid reality as of today in terms of the results and impact generated to the businesses, to the communities, and also for the territory. And as an enabler of the sustainable development that should be fair, long-lasting, and also inclusive, we had also a special focus to create a competitive edge to businesses and also the communities, because for us it's very important in the collaboration to address the major economic, social, and also environmental challenges together. Because we strongly believe that innovation, the frontier of technologies, and the strong focus on sustainability and ESG help us accelerate the resolution to the global challenges, such as climate change, such as health, considering also the aging of the populations, and also the ethical use of the artificial intelligence. So in all initiatives that we are supporting and also investing throughout our venture capital firm, Neves OGR, the acceleration program, such as the Transformative World Torino here that we are celebrating, the venture building initiatives that we are collaborating also with Fondazione Compagnia di San Paolo to create new startups to address the challenges, for example, in the nautical industry, and newly the technology transfer initiatives that we are collaborating with the best of class Italian universities to leverage on the intellectual richness and expertise in different fields. This journey that we are taking together, evidenced by facts, more than startups, how many jobs that they are created, it's very significant. And in terms of the collaborations as well, so this is what we are considering very useful to all the stakeholders that we are creating also for all the communities.
Amazing.
Let's turn our eyes to the future. All three of your organizations have undergone significant change over the last period, and we're curious to know a bit more how these changes will affect our ecosystem here in Turin. So Massimo, starting with you, both Fondazione CRT and Fondazione Sviluppo e Crescita CRT recently renewed their governance, and you also just got appointed to Secretary General of Fondazione Sviluppo e Crescita CRT. Congratulations and applause. Woo! Can you give us a hint on what these changes will bring about?
Thank you, Sheila. And since you mentioned it, thanks to the board of directors of Fondazione Sviluppo e Crescita for their trust, and wish me luck. Going back to your question, yes, the governance has been changed, and it's been changed recently. So a detailed strategy on innovation is still under fine-tuning. What I can say is that the intention to continue to support the innovation ecosystem starting from OGR Tech, has been stated by the top management of Fondazione CRT in more than one occasion. And at Fondazione Sviluppo e Crescita, we consider innovation one of the pillars of our impact investing strategy. So we will definitely leverage on the good things that we have built so far at OGR. We want to leverage on the presence of the AI for I Institute, because we believe it represents an amazing opportunity for the small and medium company to implement AI in their business. And we are also exploring other ways, for example, to support the startups post-program, both financially and in gaining international reach. We are exploring new formats of the programs to add to the existing one. And also we are exploring collaboration to strengthen the tech transfer from universities to corporates. We know very well that to have an impact on an innovation ecosystem, you need to join forces. And so we will be eager to continue to involve in our program, in our projects, and hopefully be involved in others, to involve national and international institutions, starting from our historical partners, Fondazione Compagnia di San Paolo and Intesa San Paolo Innovation Center, with which we signed a few years ago a memorandum of understanding to join forces right for this goal.
And here we are. Talking about big plans, Michele, Fondazione Compagnia di San Paolo also recently released its multi-annual strategic plan for the next 3 years. What are the key directions with the new plan, and what can we expect to see innovation-wise?
Yes, that's true. So Fondazione Compagnia di San Paolo recently unveiled its 2025-2028 strategic plan. To put it in a nutshell, over the next 4 years, on the one hand, our foundation will be at the forefront of fighting poverty and tackling inequalities in the northwest of Italy, with a firm commitment to leave no one behind in assessing fundamental resources. On the other hand, our foundation will be doubling down on boosting local competitiveness by tapping into innovation and entrepreneurial talent. To achieve this, we have allocated 1 billion euro for grant making over the next 4 years, while an additional billion euro will be deployed through strategic investment. Specifically, when it comes to innovation, we have already rolled out a number of flagship initiatives that epitomize the principles lying at the core of the strategic plan. For instance, we teamed up with AI for Industry to launch our brand new Compagnia di San Paolo Institute for Advanced Study, a center for frontier research and industrial innovation in the AI space, designed to attract top global talent and expertise. Still on the subject of AI for Industry, to amplify its impact, we are now setting up both a dedicated training arm and a dedicated venture arm. Another example in the spotlight is Deep Act, a first of its kind deep tech launchpad operated by the Links Foundation, designed to help best-in-class Italian startups craft standout applications for the EIC accelerator, thanks to the bespoke support of world-class international advisors. A common thread running through all these efforts is our expanded international exposure, since we are local when it comes to impact, but global when it comes to alliances. Not by chance, back in 2019, we teamed up with Techstars, a US-based company, to elevate the Torino ecosystem to the next level. And here we are.
Adam, Intesa San Paolo is one of Europe's largest banks, so it's no surprise that also the Innovation Center is doubling down its footprint. Can you tell us a bit about the latest updates that you've been involved with?
Sure, only the latest, because if I can tell the story about all the initiatives that we will not finish until tomorrow, 6 a.m. Anyway, the recent initiatives that we would like to also highlight on is the new initiatives regarding the technology transfer that together in collaborations with the Fondazione Compagnia di San Paolo and throughout our venture capital firm Neva SGR, we invested in 2.5 million euros in Galaxy and the Technology Transfer Fund in order to support the best-in-class startups, but also scientific groups from different universities, Italian universities, in order to support the startups in the aerospace sector. This is a great opportunity that we are believing because the aerospace sector is becoming more and more relevant on the Italian level and more strategic also in the European level in order to compete on a global scale. So we are not just investing in the startups, but into the San Paolo Innovation Center are sharing the resources, giving them the skills, giving them the know-hows, and also sharing the networks what we have in order to support the growth, in order to become the Italian champions that could compete on a European level. So this is the first initiative. And I would like to highlight also on the recent updates regarding the Neva Second Fund, which just launched with the potential investment capacity of €500 million in order to support and invest the startups in different fields that giving high importance for the planet in different sectors such as life sciences, digital transformation, energy transition, the new generation of of manufacturing and also aerospace. So in this capacity, there is a special focus also in the Italian companies in terms of investment in order to become also scale-ups. As a true European player of the group, we are also studying actually the recent updates regarding the Draghi report, regarding the European Competitiveness Compass, the new AI Content Action Plan, and that's also confirming the fact that it's okay to support the startups, investing in startups, especially from the disruptive innovation. But we have to also focus on the scale-up that becoming the national champions, the European champions that could also compete on a global scale on both sides of the water. US and also China. So this is the challenge that we have to also taking on the European level in this capture, and we are ready actually to also focus on that. And my last remarks, because this is the last ones, that we would like to also give a best of luck for the founders that we will present, that they are presenting also today, and wish you a great evening to you all ahead.
Thank you. Thank you very much to the three of you and your organizations for your support so far and for sharing your updates with us here on stage.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Let's continue. There's a great saying, as we just heard from Michele. If you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. Building an ecosystem takes time, certainly more than 6 years. And of course, this journey wouldn't have been possible without the many others who have joined us along the way. Some from day one, others who became part of our mission as we grew. Since the launch of our program, more than 500 mentors have shared their time, expertise, and guidance with our founders. 500 individuals coming from international and national companies, funds, and institutions. Entrepreneurs who want to give back to the next generation of founders. And of course, our amazing alumni who have become mentors themselves. Your wisdom and guidance is the driving force behind our founders' growth. So thank you very much for your support so far. A special thank you goes to the more than 100 active mentors who have supported this year's cohort. Thank you very much.
We also want to take the time to thank our dedicated and talented entrepreneurs in residence, Diego, Andrea, and Johan, who have joined us again this year. Every week, the class was able to tap into decades of their experience in finance, sales, and tech development. These, for us, are key areas at this stage, and it's best not to rely just on your intuition. Please give another round of applause to amazing entrepreneurs in residence who have been supporting us from day one.
We aren't only looking for the best founders. Each year, we're looking for the best talent in Torino and beyond to work with our founders throughout the program, hands-on, every day. And this year, we were very lucky to have some familiar faces in the team. Emanuele and Nicola, who celebrated the one-year anniversary as part of our team this February, made sure that the founders were well set with business development activities, operational strategy, and much more. They also superpowered our scouting efforts, making sure we didn't miss out on any of the great companies out there. Huge applause for Nicola and Emanuele, please. Carlotta, our senior design associate, joined us for the third time in a row. And thanks to her, the startup's brand identity and design efforts are on spot. Thank you, Carlotta. And completing our team are three amazing interns, Georgia, Christian, and Silvia. So altogether, another big applause to the heroes behind the scenes, please. Thank you to my team. Nothing of this would be possible without you. The Techstars network goes well beyond our local reach. Thanks to the Techstars Global Network Partners program, our founders get connected to giants like Brex, Stripe, HubSpot, and Deal. They provide our founders with perks and global opportunities. Thank you for your support along the way.
Our large community of founders, investors, mentors, and ecosystem players remains one of our most powerful tools and assets to access to best talent worldwide. This year, we got to our highest number of applications by leveraging some well-established and some upcoming events in Italy, where we met founders and hosted office hours with them. We want to take the time to thank our key players in the Italian ecosystem. Thank you /Bolzano, Rome Startup Week, SMAU, Italian Tech Week, and Bologna Gathering for making our Italian tour one of the best ones yet.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Sheila. Thank you, Virginia. Thank you for your incredible work. We are so close to meet the founders, promised. I also want to spend 1 minute to thank all the amazing people who made this program possible. First of all, big shout out to my entire team of associates, Sheila, Virginia, EIRs, and interns. Thank you so much for making this program special. I would like to thank our 3 corporate partners, namely Michele, Massimo, Adam, and Luigi, who is also in the audience tonight. Thank you for standing by us throughout the journey of growth and impact. Thank you very much. And to OGR for giving this vision a place to thrive. And to our amazing community of mentors, alumni, investors. Your support has been the backbone of everything we've built here. Thank you so much for your entire support. And now it's the time to meet the superstars of tonight. You're going to meet 12 incredible companies. 12 companies which were selected from 1,000 applications. Those who represent the very best of what's next. Over the past 13 weeks, our founders went through hundreds of meetings, workshops, and countless late nights of building, testing, and evolving. And we are so proud of them. I would like to ask you one more time for a big applause for the 2025 class of the Techstars Accelerator 2025. Let's get the show started and invite the first introducer to the stage, who's going to introduce the first company. Enjoy the pitches. I see you later, and stay with us for drinks and networking. Let's welcome Anna.
The opener, no pressure. Good evening, everyone. I'm Anna, marketing executive in luxury fashion, and I'm based in London, and surely you can tell from my accent. From day one at Techstars, I was drawn to Front, not only for the way they're tackling the problem of social commerce, but also for the way they're reshaping the future of analytics for live shopping, and for mostly and foremost, for the way the team is behaving. Do you want to know what truly impressed me? Their speed, their precision, and their deep focus on customers. They're sharp, they're resilient, and they listen. So now, please join me in welcoming Boran, CEO and co-founder of Front.
I'm not unveiling the new iPhone, but I do want to show you how it's changed the way we shop. Each of us scrolls the equivalent of 3 marathons every year. 3 marathons with our thumbs. We don't window shop anymore. We scroll to find, we scroll to buy. Right here in the store that never closes. I'm Boran, CEO of Front. And after a decade in e-commerce, I've seen how consumer behavior shifted. The 6 trillion industry we shop from today is still built for search, but buyers now discover through content. And the most powerful content is happening live. Not TV shopping your grandma watched, but creators streaming on social platforms where discovery, engagement, and buying happen all at once. We are 10 times more likely to buy this way, but brands don't know why or how to make it work for them. They get in views, they get in sales, but they don't know what moments made it happen. Was it what the creator said or how they show the product? Right now, brands are reacting, not learning. And that's why we built Front, the first analytics platform for live shopping. We connect what creators do to how the audience react and when people buy. So brands can stop guessing and start scaling what matters. Let's see Front in action. This is my co-founder, Anatoly, trying to make it as a TikTok creator. Right now, Front is analyzing everything. What he says, what he does, how the audience reacts, and when they buy. As you can see, Anatoly won't be TikTok famous. But thanks to Front, we know why he should stick to coding. We charge £400 per month, starting with agencies that run multiple brand campaigns. Then we move on to brands directly. The more streams, the more insights, the more value Front provides. Look, just 90 days ago, we're at day 0, exploring the problem space. Today, we're revenue generating with 7 top-tier agencies. We've built a £159,000 ARR pipeline. But look, that's not all. I'm proud to announce today that we're certified TikTok Shop developer partners. Placing Front right at the center of the ecosystem. Live shopping is growing 30% a year. By 2030, the analytics for it will be £44 billion. Front is here to lead that market. I've led e-commerce operations at Aldi, GoPuff, and GSK, and built an online business. And Anatoly's a 2-times founder and a full-stack engineer with products used by over 100,000 businesses. Right now, we're looking for brands at the forefront of innovation. If that's you, or you're excited about the future of social commerce, we'd love to talk. We are Front, and we're making live shopping measurable. Thank you.
Ciao, I'm Pierluigi. I'm an engineer and I've been working with startups for the past 10 years. My job today is to support our portfolio companies at Litlyx, one of the most active venture capital in Italy in deep tech. And in these years, I've seen and experienced myself how a bad hire can kill your company. And this is especially true when you're a startup or maybe a founder that has no clue on how to hire someone. Luckily, in this room tonight, there are brilliant people who have developed a solution to help entrepreneurs with this. So to let us know more, please join me in welcoming Jakub, CEO and founder at SpaceBrains.
Oh. 6 months. It takes 6 months to realize you hired the wrong engineer. 3 months hiring, 3 months hoping it will work. By the time you realize it won't, it's too late. You lost time, momentum, and tens of thousands of euros. It's like baking a cake with salt instead of sugar. Everything looks fine until you take a bite. This is Martin, mechanical engineer. He was hired to do a job he wasn't qualified for. Not because he lied, but because no one asked the right questions. He hates his job, you can see that. But not only that, the company just lost 20,000 euros manufacturing his prototype that didn't work. Working 10 years in the industry, I've seen dozens of situations like this. But it's not Martin's fault. It's not even the company's fault. But it's the system. And we are trying to fix that. I'm Jakub, the founder and CEO of SpaceBrains. Lucas, our CTO, has taken products from zero to scale in both startups and corporates. And Slavomir, serial entrepreneur, has raised millions for a hardware startup, only to watch the wrong engineers bring the whole project down. Did you know that to develop this tiny remote, it takes 10 different engineering disciplines? To design a bridge, it's 30. And to launch a Starship is more than 100. HR departments just cannot keep up with that. So companies are left with two options. Spending 50,000 euros annually for every technical recruiter, running the system with no guarantee it will work, or outsource hiring to external agencies with zero technical understanding. Engineering hiring is broken, and SpaceBrains is the solution to fix that. We run the full recruitment funnel. Our software makes sourcing 5 times faster. For every role, we reach out to hundreds of engineers daily on autopilot. But no AI should pick the engineer designing the next airplane. That's why we keep humans in the loop, but not just anyone. At SpaceBrains, real engineers are leading the technical assessment for every single discipline. So instead of dozens of irrelevant CVs, we give you 3 perfect matches. And there are more than 20 million engineers globally. In Europe, 18 billion is spent every year just to recruit them. During Techstars, we saw where the biggest pain is. Hardware scale-ups trying to grow fast. I'm proud to announce that we partnered with 3 leading VCs, helping their portfolio companies hire the best engineers. SpaceBrains is already helping customers across 3 different continents. Last year, we made 25,000 euros placing engineers. And this year, just a few months in, we already closed 100,000 euros in revenue. So if you are a VC or scale-up trying to hire, come talk to us. SpaceBrains is the fastest way to build the right engineering team. Thank you. Thank you.
Hi, everybody. I'm Nadia Fabrizio. I'm expert in technology transfer. I spent all my life and career in doing technology transfer for software engineering and ICT, and I'm very proud to be mentor in Techstars. This year, I had the opportunity to mentor and work with Axem, an extraordinary team. They are sharp, but they are also able to listen and to execute very fast. Despite they are veterans in the business where they are, that is embedded software, they are also able to be visionary and to have the mind of the beginners every day. So I'm really impressed. They want to change the way software is developed in regulated environment, and I think that this is an important challenge that they want to tackle. I'm very proud and honored to call on the stage Esther, CEO and founder of Axem.
Your car contains around 650 million lines of code. And this is what could happen when your brake system software fails. When you hit the brake or turn the wheel, millions of lines of code run in the background, saving your life. And it's not just cars. When a plane takes off or lands with hundreds of people on board, or when you're under a treatment with a medical device, the reliability of software can make the difference between life and death. I'm Esther. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Axem. I worked in the medical industry for 7 years as a software engineer and manager. And when a serious bug appeared in the medical device, it wasn't just a defect. It was a direct threat to a human life. And from that moment, time became the most critical factor in my work. Cars, planes, pacemakers. These products are so complex that releasing a new version to fix an issue could take years. Artificial intelligence could really speed up development, but currently, there's no solution which aligns with the highest security and safety standards these industries rely on. Until now. Thank you. We are building a tool for developers in regulated industries to write, review, and test code faster with the power of AI. It's like having an expert sitting next to me, helping me work 10 times faster, but never breaking compliance rules and never leaking sensitive data. Regulated industries are experiencing a rapid digital transformation. In the past 3 months, we spoke with 20 market-leading companies in automotive and defense. And every one of them confirmed the same thing. The problem, what we are solving, is not only urgent,
it has a direct impact on their time to market, cost, and their competitive advantage. Fixing a single critical bug could delay project timelines with years, costing millions of euros. We've already secured 2 pilot partnerships who are eager to get our product into their hands now. Thank you. We offer a yearly subscription customized for these industries. This is a €3 billion market opportunity, which is currently underserved, and Axem is here to own it. I'm a former senior project manager with several years of international experience. My founding partner and CTO, János, has worked on more than 100 different regulated projects as a software engineer. We know the pain firsthand, and this is why we are building the product we wish we had. Staying ahead in regulated industries means acting now. So if you work at a software company where safety and security are a must, let's talk. Thank you.
Good evening. Hello, everyone. My name is Diego Goldestein, and I've been working with startups for over 20 years. I was one of the early employees at Movit, one of the top largest mobility companies in the world that was acquired by Intel for over $1 billion. When we get sick, or even worse, when our kids get sick, we expect to get to the pharmacy and find the right medicine for us and for our children that will help us for a quick recovery. But have you ever thought how these medicines are actually made? I haven't thought about that either, and I didn't know how much room for innovation and improvement there is in this industry. Tonight, I have the honor to introduce an amazing company led by 2 of the most impressive founders that I have ever met that I'm sure are going to revolutionize this industry. Without further ado, please join me welcoming Marco, CEO of AlterEcho, on stage.
This is an operating room. It must be perfectly clean to safely perform surgery and save 1 human life. In this room, even just scratching your nose will cause dangerous contamination. But what if I tell you there is another room that must be 100 times cleaner than a surgery room? In this room, even a tiny little mistake can harm thousands of human lives or cause $100 million in damage. This is a clean room, where life-saving medicines are researched and produced every day. This room powers an industry worth over $1 trillion by 2030. But here is the problem. The human body is the biggest source of contamination, even while wearing full protections like him. Yet, we still send these humans into these clean rooms. This is a huge paradox. It's not a surprise that pharmaceutical companies spend more than 70% of their production budgets fighting exactly these contaminations. 70% of hundreds of billions of dollars due to human presence. But this is about to change. Introducing AlterEcho. Our technology keeps the human mind where the body shouldn't be. We do so by simply enabling humans to immersively control robotic avatars. Let me show you. My hands move, the robots mirror them. From the control room, I can't cause any contamination. At the same time, I'm sitting comfortably away from all the hazards. These tasks have always been manual because they require human judgment and flexibility. But now, with AlterEcho, our software enhances them with robotic superpowers while gathering crucial data to train our future AI models. Virtual human presence, no contamination. This is how we change the medicine manufacturing game. I am Marco, CEO of AlterEcho. I worked inside these clean rooms. I know how difficult it is to produce medicines. Soren, co-founder and CTO, built robotics and AI solutions validated by regulatory authorities for years. Together, we worked at Novo Nordisk, the second largest pharmaceutical company in the world. We are pharmaceutical engineers. We understand the industry pain, rules, and potential. But we are not building AlterEcho alone. We are building it together with all these mentors, collaborators, and organizations who firmly believe in the visionary innovation of AlterEcho. During our time at Techstars, we gathered insights from hundreds of stakeholders who confirmed our solid problem-solution fit. Because these industries need AlterEcho now, and this is our plan. This year, we are launching a plug-and-play prototype for laboratories to boost scientific research. Next, we help pharmaceutical companies to address global shortages of life-saving medicines by reinforcing their production methods. Our vision? Shrinking this environment into small robotic containers, always controlled remotely by humans and empowered by our AI. For the first time in these industries, AlterEcho is gathering real human expertise into robotics data. These datasets represent the foundation of the next generation of AI models for these very industries. Right now, we are looking for connections in the life science and pharmaceutical industries. If you are curious about how transformative our technology is, come talk to us. Because this is the future of our medicines. This is AlterEcho. Thank you.
Good evening. How sustainable are the nuts and bolts in your car? How about that watch on your wrist? The EU wants to know, and that's where Materia comes in. I'm Amanda Whitmore, Head of Marketing and Community at Hive Power, and I'm mentoring Francesco and Pasquale, Materia's co-founders. With backgrounds from MIT, Dow Jones, and Vodafone, they are the right founders to tackle these problems. But don't take my word for it. Let me welcome you to the stage, Francesco Martella, the CEO, who's going to be telling you all about how they're going to revolutionize carbon in the EU. Please welcome Francesco.
A weekend road trip, a glass of wine shared with your friends, a quiet evening at home, why not? These are the simple moments that are shaping our daily life. But now, all of this is at risk. Your lifestyle is at risk. Because in 6 months from now, in 2026, the European Union is introducing the first ever carbon tariff, CBAM, the Carbon Border Adjustment Mechanism. Very boring acronym for something very simple. Taxing imported goods based on the embedded carbon. And that means millions for companies, but the final cost is on you, is on me, is on all of us. We all care about sustainability, but let's be honest. Would you be happy to pay 4,000 euros more for your car just because of the carbon embedded in its metals? Would you be happy to pay 20% more for your groceries and your wine just because of carbon-intensive fertilizers? I have a good news for you today. With Materia Intelligence, you won't have to. We are building the first carbon trade intelligence solution, providing insights to companies to decarbonize their supply chain and mitigate the impact of carbon tariffs. I know you like it. I know you don't want to pay these tariffs. And we have built, for this purpose, the largest, more complex, and granular database for materials impacted by CBAM, mapping over 1,000 facilities worldwide and more than 250 products. Companies can use our software to check different suppliers for a certain product. They can compare carbon footprints for all the production sites, and they can switch to the most favorable option, the one that minimizes the exposure to CBAM. Let's see it in action. Here we see how one steel importer managed to cut its CBAM exposure by over 40% by simply switching to a greener steel supplier. You see it is very easy to use, user-friendly, dynamic, and real-time. We offer a subscription model with the price calculated on import volume and the potential savings for the companies. And we also provide insights, data, and indexes that we license and that can be integrated via an API into software companies. CBAM, as I said, kicks in very soon, in 6 months, in 2026. And that's already an $8 billion opportunity. But as more countries are exploring and adopting similar mechanisms, such as the UK, the United States, and China, once the whole global trade will decarbonize, will be looking at decarbonizing, we will be observing a $60 billion opportunity worldwide, which is something that you don't want to miss. This is how companies are handling this today. That makes me laugh and feel a little bit younger than the job that I used to do at my old companies. They still rely on static and complex Excel models. They rely on these endless consulting projects. And they are also looking at backward-looking financial reports with outdated information. What we want to offer instead is dynamic, real-time intelligence. In the past 3 months at Techstars, we validated our solution with more than 100 professionals in the space. We secured strong partnerships with leading agencies, and we are now starting 3 POC projects with leading companies in the space. Me and Pasquale, my co-founder here in the audience, represent the right blend of knowledge, skills, and enthusiasm to tackle this issue. I spent years in the commodity sector, growing from research analyst to EMEA commodity director, before realizing that carbon is the next critical commodity. While Pasquale spent years developing products and streamlining process operations at leading telco companies. We are offering early access to our platform that goes live in the next months. So if you believe, like we do, that the future belongs to decarbonized trade, come and talk to us after the speech. Thanks.
Hello, everybody. Andrea Baldereschi here. When I started working as a Techstars founder back in 2015 in the US, we all were extremely excited by the idea of bringing more screen time into our lives. Now, 10 years later, I see the need and a trend for products, services, and experiences that do the opposite. They take away some screen time from our life. They allow us to focus, to do things with our own hands, to stay present here, now. Barbara and the amazing BettaKnit team are on a mission to bring this experience to consumers in Italy, Europe, and worldwide. Please help me welcoming on stage Barbara, CEO and co-founder of BettaKnit.
€9. That's what you pay for a t-shirt. It's a good deal. Life is fast. You don't have time to think. But what is the real cost? Child labor, polluted rivers, and tons of waste. Fast fashion looks cheap, but it's expensive. For people, the planet, your identity. It dumps billions of low-quality, identical clothes to the world. Cheap to buy and easy to throw away. But people are tired of this cycle. I'm Barbara, CEO and co-founder of BettaKnit, and we are here to slow fashion down. Over 60% of European consumers want more quality, sustainability, uniqueness. Yet, most brands keep pushing the same fast rhythm. BettaKnit offers a real alternative to fast fashion, focusing on quality over quantity. With us, you can create something beautiful, unique, long-lasting. And best of all, you can say, I made it myself. We sell knitting and crochet kits that include all what you need: yarns, tools, beginner-friendly instructions. Our yarns are recycled, natural, high quality, all made in Italy. And to support beginners and for those who want to improve their skills, we also launch an online academy. But if you don't feel like knitting, we can make it for you. Our customers love BettaKnit. Last year, we generated €500,000 in revenue. And in only 6 months, we grew the community by 30,000 enthusiastic knitters, reaching 150,000 active members. They share online their BettaKnit project, inspiring more crafters every day. The demand for sustainable fashion is rising. The global do-it-yourself market is booming. They are expected to reach 53 billion in 5 years. And BettaKnit is here, ready to catch this momentum and become a leader in handmade fashion. We are 2 passionate co-founders and sisters, grown up in a family with a long textile tradition in Prato, the most important textile district in Europe. We turned our heritage into a modern brand, where tradition meets innovation. With us, 2 amazing employees, as well as awesome mentors, are supporting us. We firmly believe the future of fashion is sustainable, creative, handmade. So, if you feel the same, scan the codes, try our kits, and let's start a fashion revolution together. Thank you. Grazie.
Beautiful.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Renzo Ricci, Director of Allied Health Professions, Carige University Hospital in Florence. Throughout my career managing multidisciplinary and complex systems, I have come to believe that education is the most powerful catalyst for transformation in healthcare. And as Law 219/2017 declared, time spent in communication and the relation dimension is an integral part of care. And yet, for far too long, our approaches has been anchored to outdated paradigms, unable to move in step with technological advancement and the rapidly evolving needs of both patients and professionals. But today, we stand at a turning point. A new, fresh, like a lemon era is emerging, and I'm truly honored to welcome to the stage Alessandro, CEO of the Lemons in the Room.
Bright white light, cold air, the sharp sting of disinfectant in every breath, machines beeping, people groaning. A child lies, eyes wide, surrounded by fear and pain. This is a hospital, not a place of rest, a place no one chooses to be. Patients in hospital, they don't only suffer physically, they suffer mentally. And when the mind suffers, the body struggles to heal. Anxiety increases pain perception. Stress weakens the immune response. Then, something changes. The hospital fades. The patient is on a beach. The sun is warm. The waves are calm. For a moment, he forgets where he is and feels free. We are Lemons in the Room, and we develop a plug-and-play virtual reality solution with immersive, clinically validated content. With a VR headset, in just 10 seconds, a patient can escape and enter in a place that feels safe, peaceful, human. It's like a glass of lemonade on a hot summer day. It's a relief, a way to chill out. Actually, we brought some, because that's what we do. We bring relief to people when they need it most. Tastes good, right? Now imagine that feeling, not in your mouth, in your mind. That's lemons. But wait, this isn't just a feeling. This is medicine. Clinical studies show that virtual reality could be as effective as painkillers. But no pills, no side effect, just immersion. We are already live in more than 15 hospitals, serving more than 1,000 patients. In the last 3 months alone, we have generated over 150,000 euros in revenue. And today I'm proud to announce that just a few weeks ago, we won the Cracking Cancer Award for Innovation in Patient Care. That's a global opportunity. 8 billion potential patients could benefit from our solution everywhere in the world. And soon, we will be certified as a digital therapeutic. That means your doctor can prescribe it just as an aspirin. We keep it really easy. 5,000 euros per headset per year, all inclusive. No setup, no extra cost, no setup headache. It's Easy for patients, easy for staff, easy for hospital. Just press play. Treatments still feel like a punishment for so many people, and we are working to change that. We are not alone. We teamed up with people who share our vision, such as Links Foundation, a leading applied research center in Turin, and with hardware developer to scale and expand even faster. Starting from here, we are taking Lemons global. I'm Alessandro, CEO and founder of Lemons in the Room. Studying medicine, I've seen people struggle in hospital every day. From Florence, where I studied, to Lithuania, to Japan, where I worked. Everywhere is the same. But I'm not alone. We are a team of lemons. 2 Nikos, 2 management engineers, one on sales and marketing, and the other one on finance and operation. And Milo, the creative mind, the designer, the zest behind these lemons. We work together with doctors, psychologists, VR experts, developers, to make hospital more human. We actually brought the lemonade. Come by to our booth, have a sip. If you work in the healthcare, if you're a doctor, come to talk with us. Thank you very much.
Good evening. I'm Tommaso. I spent a career at the intersection between technology and innovation. And what I've learned that the biggest challenge is not the idea or the algorithm. It's all about the people. And selecting the right people is the biggest challenge for every company. The first time I met the founders of Recrewty, I felt an immediate connection with them. I was facing a truly amazing team. Right passion, right talent, and crucial experience. Not only to address this monumental challenge, but to master it. I had the privilege to follow their journey here at Techstars, and they are building great things. I strongly believe that we might be facing the Montenegro first ever unicorn. And for a country of 600,000 people, that's legendary. So if you are ready to be inspired, please help me welcoming to the stage the CEO and co-founder of Recrewty, Danilo.
Everybody here knows that one person that just makes us think, how did this guy even get hired? Did anybody even talk to this guy? Yes, they did. The interview was great, and they had a perfect resume. But after 3 months, they realized working with this guy is a nightmare. Today, hiring the right person was never harder, and to hire a wrong person is a costly mistake. HRs take up to 50 hours just to fill a single role. But wait, almost half of those roles will end up leaving just within the first year. Naturally, companies really want to optimize this process. But what usually keeps happening is that they end up automating bad decisions, making the same mistakes just faster. And there is an explanation why. It's because they rely on surface-level data, resumes, and gut feeling. And we are fixing that. We created a software that makes hiring not only faster, but scientific. We accurately describe and assess actual potential, intelligence, soft skills, and personality traits. Companies should have an employee who's not only skilled enough for the role, who ticks the boxes, but who is the right person for their team and for their culture. But let me show you how that works. You would describe the ideal candidate, the ideal profile of the person you want in your team, and what they will do. We would analyze all the resumes for references and relevant experience, but then we would assess their potential based on the criteria that you input, so tailored just for you. The result? It's a shortlist of 1 to 5% of best performers, best of the best, ready for an interview. Our clients are leading enterprises from Montenegro and surrounding countries, generating today 40,000 euros of annual recurring revenue. But that is truly just the beginning and a first step. Throughout Techstars, we are landing in Italy, and we are working towards POCs with some of the biggest corporates here. The people behind these logos don't just love our product, they stick with us. Over 12 months, every company that uses Recrewty is still with us. 100% customer retention. The reason is we are achieving something amazing with them. 70% less churn, 50% less time to hire, and 90% less HR workload. What they also say is that we are the easiest to use HR tech tool that they have ever seen. The market for this is massive. Today, assessment market is $28 billion. In next 8 years, it will double. The industries which we are working with, retail, finance, telco, we have seen it. They need efficiency, they need speed, but they also need competent and reliable people. That's what we deliver to them. Because we are HR people who are building for HR people. My name is Danilo, I'm the CEO, I'm a psychologist, and my entire career was about using science to improve hiring and talent growth. Radoe, my co-founder, has over 25 years of experience as an HR consultant. You name a company and a brand in Southeastern Europe, he works with them. And Mitar, our CTO, he's a machine learning engineer, a former university lecturer with industry experience. If you work for a company that is hiring a lot, and you want to hire an amazing person every single time, come talk to us. We can't wait to tell you more. Thank you.
Good evening. When I was asked to introduce this startup, I started wondering how I could clearly express how brilliant they are. Maybe ChatGPT could do it for me, I thought. But I immediately realized that in my work, I have met hundreds of startups. I already know what makes a great one. And this team, they got it. They are smart, they are sharp. Sharp has been used a lot. They are sharper. They are tough. They are kind. They have created something valuable in a fast-growing market. So, please, let me introduce this man. This man is a scientist. This man is the CEO of Arbor Insight. This man is a world champion in stylishly wearing of a Hawaiian shirt. This man is Michael Chang.
Hi, I'm Michael Chang, co-founder and CEO of Arbor Insight. We take pictures of apple trees. Actually, my co-founder and his family, Edvin, they grow apples. And the first time I met Edvin's dad, Tony, he taught me something really important, that nature doesn't care about growing perfect apples, but you do. Notice, on supermarket shelves, every apple you've ever bought is almost exactly the same size, color, taste. All that perfection, it didn't fall off the tree into your shopping cart like that. No, that's the result of a lot of critical decisions and really hard work throughout the growing season. And every spring, blossoms explode on the trees. And they grow into these tiny, green, lumpy, just not good fruit like this. Does anyone want an apple? By the way, here. You look like, oop, sorry. Thanks. All right. And these tiny blossoms, Tony's out there, even at 70 years old, climbing through the branches, counting the tiny pink blossoms, and he has 1 week to beat the bees. He's one man with millions of apples, but he has to guess how many, on which tree, where that tree is, how and when to manage, and that guess can cost him 10,000 euros per hectare. With that much at stake, guessing is unacceptable. So we measure using fast, automatic, objective drone technology early in the season. We're able to deliver blossom density maps when decisions need to be made, not weeks later. And we're aiming at a sweet spot in the Earth data observation market. Underneath the clouds, our drones can capture high-resolution imagery that can't be matched physically by a satellite camera at an extent beyond that attainable from the ground, or individual IoT sensors locked to trees. And in South Tyrol, where we are based, there are 30,000 football fields of apple trees. And our core technology it works on any tree crop. And so in a $1.5 trillion global market, we're looking at boosting yields by 20%. So right now, we serve growers, charging 1,000 euros per hectare, and then sharing surplus revenues at the end of the growing season when they harvest. Later, we license the data we've collected to logistics, supply chain partners, and insurance companies. And we're exceeding our own expectations for execution. In 1 week in the field, we doubled our beta customer waitlist we have a dozen organic apple growers excited to use our product. And we secured our first supply chain partner agreement. And for this last one, I'll give you a little bit of context. Our closest competitors map 1 to 2 hectares every day. We mapped 200 hectares every 1 to 2 days. We're pretty happy about that too. And the reason we can do this is because we bridge 2 worlds. Precision engineering with our hands in the dirt. My background in plant ecology and robotics perception pairs with Edvin's mechanical engineering expertise and his deep roots in the South Tyrol apple growing market. And we realized when we first met that we saw an early budding opportunity to bring advances in Industry 4.0 to tree farmers. And there's a new generation of growers who are hungry to make data-driven decisions so that they can profitably grow food while taking care of their soil, water, pollinators. And we're growing our team to help them. So we welcome any introductions, conversation with like-minded people who share our vision so that we can bring technology like this to tree crops all around the world. More perfect apples are just the beginning. Thank you.
Buonasera a tutti. Good afternoon to all of you beautiful people in this amazing venue here in OGR Torino and online. Discovering and reaching out to the right business prospect. How do I find them online, at the right time, at the right place, in the right mindset? This has been a major challenge for myself and my teams, both in my corporate life as well as in my journey as an angel investor and mentor for the last 10 or more years. Alessio, can I ask you please to join me on stage and share with us how you and the amazing Vocations team has managed to crack this challenge?
We spend 50% of our life working. And you spend almost half of your life with colleagues you don't like, or activities you don't like, but you have to do it anyway. Finding the right job is like discovering a treasure. But good news, there are people out there that can help you land your next job. They are headhunters, and they are able to take this painful process for you. Trust me, their job is a nightmare. And I can tell you, because I was one of them. I'm Alessio, CEO and co-founder of Vocations. And just a year ago, I woke up every single day racing to find clients before my competitors. And then I had the challenge of sourcing the right candidates and then find the perfect match. The hardest part? Finding new clients. Because making sales in the HR industry has two simple rules. You have to find companies that are hiring, and the faster you find them, the better. At that time, we had one obsession, speed. And that's how Vocations was born. Yeah. But let me show you how we work. Vocations is able to collect all new job offers from companies' websites in real time. It's like a robot that 24/7 goes to collect in autopilot every single job application. And while I'm here talking with you, our agents are inside thousands of websites collecting job signals. Now Vocations is giving headhunters a clear time advantage in the sales funnel. And finally, they can stop searching from thousands of data points because they have it all in our software. I am super proud to announce that in just 90 days, our team was able to close 18 customers, including leading Italian companies. And just during this program, we hit 73,000 euros in annual recurring revenue. But let me tell you, users love it. Here's an example from our client, Risorse, here with you. Alessia, the sales director of the company, a staffing agency that makes 80 million euro in revenue. And she said Vocations turns customers' research into a quick, target, and result-oriented activity. She loves it. And Risorse is just one of the 71,000 companies that we want to target in the next years. A market that can lead to generating more than 3 billion euro in revenue. I am not alone in this journey. With me, an incredible team. Alessandro, the sales machine of Dispatch, and Simone, the technical mind behind the company. So why don't we have a unicorn company in HR from Italy? Because dealing with HR is a mess. And Vocations is here to fix that. So please, if you aren't a headhunter or work in this space, come to talk to us. Thank you.
Amazing. Every year, I'm speaking to hundreds of founders to invest in these 12 companies. I first met Antonio in Rome. And right away, I knew that he was one of those rare founders who deeply understands the problem he is solving. He is smart, fast, but most importantly, laser-focused on fixing what's broken. A founder with real insights and real drive. Get ready for Antonio from Litlyx.
$2 million. 2 million new websites go live every single week. When you visit one, something happens behind the scenes. They watch what you click, they track your location, and they even know what you searched for this morning. But who are they? They are big advertising companies that use your personal data for their own goods. They collect them using tiny files called cookies. Unfortunately, not the tasty one. Have you ever accepted one of those annoying banners that pops up when you visit a website? When you do that, you're giving up your personal data. And suddenly, while searching for running shoes, those annoying dog food ads keep showing up. I'm Antonio, and I am the CEO and co-founder of Litlyx. I've spent the last 9 years of my life as a software engineer. I've launched a huge amount of websites, and every time, setting up analytics was painful on the technical and the legal side. Long setups that takes weeks, hundreds of lines of code to copy and paste, privacy compliance nightmares. Analytics tools are outdated. User experience sucks. It makes you wonder why something so simple seems so broken. I've asked over 100 professionals managing websites if they had the same frustrating experience, and all of them did. So we built Litlyx, the simplest way to track website analytics without cookies. Let me show you what we built. Litlyx just needs one line of code, and it's ready in 30 seconds. We provide a clean, accessible dashboard with quality data. And if you struggle to understand what this data is telling you, our AI agent will explain it in seconds, whether you use WordPress, Shopify, or any other tools. Insights are essential to improve your websites. In just 3 months, over 150 paying customers have joined Litlyx, generating $10,000 in revenue. We've grown a community of more than 1,500 users, developers, freelancers, web agencies. We are shaping our product together because this space needs to change. Today, anyone can launch a website in just 5 minutes, when it used to take months. And while creating one is becoming easier, analytics for it are still the same, slow and obsolete. Website analytics is a $10 billion market today, projected to be $80 billion by 2032. This shift is happening, and we are building right now. We are the perfect team to bring innovation into this market. I've been CTO in 2 scale-ups and a long-time freelancer. And Gianmatteo, our CTO, has over a decade of experience as a full-stack developer. We are on a mission to give these 2 million websites launched every week a simple, ethical way to track their metrics. Join us. Try Litlyx yourself today. Thank you.
Hello, Torino. My name is João Nunes Rosado, and I'm the head of portfolio at Unicorn Factory Lisboa, one of the largest incubators in Portugal, guiding over 300 tech startups, considered to be one of the hottest ecosystems in Europe. There, I met Granter, first as a proud mentor, then as a client, and nowadays as an investor. This team is fast, resilient, and has the right mindset to disrupt a billion-dollar market that is quite complex, but that is the market of public funding. Now, from Portugal, the city of the country of Cristiano Ronaldo and pastéis de nata, welcoming on stage Bernardo, CEO of Granter.
The European Union awarded 285 billion euros in grants last year. And yet, most companies missed out. Not because they were rejected, but because they got buried in bureaucracy. Or worse, they never even heard about them. This means that companies that really want to access public funding need to be constantly searching in outdated government websites, read through dozens of rules and regulations, and then spend up to 50 hours preparing an application. Now imagine doing all of this without any certainty of success several times a year. Applying for grants is a full-time job. And the only other option companies have is to hire expensive consultants that charge up to 10% out of every grant. The bottom line is this. While grants are supposed to be the best source of funding for a company, for most, they end up becoming a complete waste of time and money. Well, not anymore. We are Granter, and we have created the world's first AI grants consultant. A vertical... Thank you. A vertical AI agent that handles all the bureaucracy of grants, end to end. But how does it work? It all starts with grant matching. We created a database of over 8,000 grants in Europe, which is automatically updated every time a new one is announced. Then, our product matches each company to the right grants for them and checks for eligibility instantly. And when we find the perfect grant, it writes a full application. And because it does so according to the official criteria, it greatly increases the application's chances of approval. But it doesn't stop at submission. When an application is approved, our agent will manage the entire project, tracking results, sending reminders, and submitting reports and invoices. As you can see, the days in which companies miss out on grants because of bureaucracy are over. And with Granter, companies can apply to as many grants as they want for just 3,000 euros per year, which is 5 times less than what you pay to a consultant for just one application. And our technology works. I'm thrilled to announce that this week, we crossed the mark of 1 million euros in grants approved for our customers.
And just in the last 3 months, we created a waitlist of over 300 companies eager to try our products with a potential annual recurring revenue of 900,000 euros. My name is Bernardo, and I'm the CEO of Granter. I'm a second-time founder, and I was in the first sales team at Uber in Portugal. My co-founder, who is also named Bernardo, has been leading tech teams in startups for the last 10 years. We are accompanied by yet another Bernardo and 5 other super talented non-Bernardos. We are Granter, and we are here to empower every single European company to apply to those 285 billion euros. So if you don't want your company to miss out on a grant ever again, don't hesitate to join our waitlist. Thank you very much.
Congratulations, what a journey. Big applause for the teams, please. Wow. So proud of you. Can't wait to see what's next for you. Thank you so much for joining. We have food, drinks, networking, meet the companies in the expo area. This was Demo Day 2025. Would like to welcome the companies to come on stage for a final picture. Big applause for the teams and for the audience. Thanks for joining us. It's fine to move to the area of drinks. We'll come in a second. One quick picture. One more time, guys. Come on, applause. Yes. Whoa. Put our hands in the air. 3, 2, 1. Hey! Well done, guys. Well done. Well done. Well done. Well done. Great job.